Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines or wherever it is your social media activities and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. Ash says, Mehran, my girlfriend pointed out that I don't have much to say or talk about, and I tend to agree. I mostly talk about myself and my problems, as you are aware, and I want to stop this. How can I become a better communicator? At the moment, seems like you're a good communicator, but what you're communicating is out of line in that particular venue. It's like you're going to a convent and talking about pornography. You do the same kind of approach to I don't know, a movie producer of a pornography, you will be very well received because we may have some angles of photography and stories and stuff like that. It's an appropriate venue for that. But you go to a convent and start talking about that, they'll say you have nothing to talk about. And then you think, oh, well, that's right. No, the place and the topic of your discussion is wrong. Otherwise, you are a good communicator. But recently, maybe more than when I just got to know you and you were talking to me about your challenges, you're constantly fucking analyzing every goddamn thing that comes to your mind about yourself, trying to convince yourself of something. And then when you finish with it, you still have the same fucking doubts. As if none of the stuff that you talked about, analyzing yourself, was for you. Is as if you're trying to tell the listener that I'm a really wise and intelligent person, but I actually can't implement it because I don't fucking even believe what I'm talking about, but I can really talk sense and logical. And you will listen to me say, oh, he's intelligent. And you like that to be known as an intelligent and deep person, but you don't benefit from your own intelligence. You just talk, analyze for the sake of fucking analyzing, not for the sake of noticing what you're analyzing. Now, what do I do in order not to have to continue this behavior? You just narrating your behavior, but you continue your behavior. You're not narrating your behavior and learning from what you narrated and then finding a way not to do what you were just saying what you shouldn't be doing. You say what you're doing, why you're doing, that you shouldn't be doing it, but you keep doing the same goddamn thing. Why? I think because you somehow are stuck in that loop of recognizing yourself as an intelligent person because you're capable to figure out what's wrong with you, but you enjoy that continuous analyzation that has become your habit. Your OCD is no longer anything other than analyzing. You have an OCD to constantly ruminate all the things you know about, and that has become your compulsion. Because every time you do that, you feel, oh, I recognize the problem. I'm good. And the dopamine hits you because it enlightens you that I know what the problem is. So you have relaxed on the fact that I know what the problem is, and you feel that's the solution to your problem. Knowing the problem is not the solution. Knowing the problem is like diagnosis. Like you go to a doctor says, well, let me check your pulse. Let me check your this. Let me check your eyes. Let me hit on your knee and see if it has a reaction. And then it figures out, okay, I know what's wrong with you. But it doesn't go on to say, now this is what you got to do, this exercise, that exercise, this medicine, this and that, so forth. None of that. It just says, does the diagnosis, I know what's wrong with you. This is what's wrong with you. You're suffering from being an asshole. Really? Okay. But, okay, go pay the amount to the secretary and go. But the doctor never tells you what to do not to be an asshole. This is what you do. You just constantly analyze yourself and you conjure up more and more reasons for it, and wisely said so, and very intelligently, and then at the end you say, well, that's why I'm an asshole. And you never pursue what things that I know I should do not to be an asshole, and what plan do I have to implement that. You don't do that. You just do the compulsion, you feel good about it, and you let go. Until the next urge, you do the compulsion, analyzing yourself. And this is how you go through the day. That's why you constantly talk to your girlfriend about analyzing yourself, because that makes you feel you're doing something about it. Analyzing yourself is not doing shit about your problem. It's just analyzing it to give you the dopamine to feel that you've done something, because you're fucking so lazy to actually get that intelligence that you have, implementing into actually doing things you need to do, so you don't have to analyze yourself, because you will not be doing that shit anymore. You're just coming up with excuses why you do things, rather than finding ways not to do what you've been doing. It's like you fear of not having to analyze one day. Then what I'm going to do? My life is so empty. If I can't pick on myself, I can't figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong. And that is your intelligence, to constantly analyze yourself. And everybody see, I'm so smart, I can analyze myself. Yeah, you analyze yourself. Shitting in the dining room is not a good thing, but you keep shitting in the dining room. Because then if you do that, you can say, see, I know why, I shouldn't have done that. I realize that I shouldn't have done that. The fuck is that? All right. So the short and long is, start doing the things that makes you not need to analyze yourself. Start doing the things that makes you need not to analyze yourself. Hmm? I'm comparing myself to her best friend, who is a male as well. She isn't interested in him romantically, but I'm envious of the way they communicate together. She seems more enthusiastic around him, because this is how you used to be. You were a breath of fresh air to her by your intelligence. You're an intelligent man, but you're using your intelligence for theory. You never do anything about it. It took you fucking so long to make the small changes that you've made recently, the new project that you started. But all the rest of it was all talk, intelligence. Girls are attracted to intelligence and discussions that was helpful and calming to them, and seems like you understand them. But when there's not backed up with any action, responsibilities, provisions, providing, eventually say, fuck this intelligence. I want some asshole who actually goes, works his ass off and brings the bacon home, and then also has some time for me and talks about me and the life, rather than constantly analyzing himself and then expect me to feel, oh, he's a wise master. Who gives a fuck? They want attention. They want an intelligent person around them who can handle life, who can handle their problem, who can pay attention to their problem, who can listen to their problem. How many times have Christy talked about her problems with you? No longer. Talks to that shithead, probably, because he's become his best friend, her best friend. But you were the best friend, weren't you? Why should you have a best friend? Because the best friend hasn't gotten to her pants yet, and he's listening to her, not talking about himself and not analyzing himself to prove that what an asshole I am, and these are the proof, and this is how I analyze it. And she starts losing interest in the guy who constantly talks about his shit and continues doing shit, and so she has no reason to be with you. At this point, she's chosen a best friend. And eventually, the best friend is going to get into her pants. Because the more you analyze yourself and don't do anything, the more she will be drawn to other people who will actually have time for her to talk. You just want her to think you're wise. That's not going to help. She wants a normal person that also wants to see how wise she is. Not to say, oh, yeah, thank you. Talk about me and I can see how wise you are. No, you don't want to talk about you. You want to talk about her world, her life, her fears, her dilemmas, her challenges. None of that shit. Maybe you do a little bit of that and the rest of it is all about like a diarrhea about yourself. I'm not saying these things to put you down. I'm saying these things to you for you to realize that you're a genuinely intelligent man, but you're fucking using none of it and using it all for bullshit. You're stuck in some kind of a shit that even though you know none of it is of your liking or your preference, you still think that you have a boss and the boss is your brain, rather than thinking your boss is your asshole. That's all. Hmm? So she's going to get tired. Today she's not interested in this guy, and she may never be. Tomorrow she may find another one who actually has time to listen to what her problems in life are. What security she's going to be offered to. Women looking for security. Are you offering that security? By sitting in front of her and telling her, I know I'm not offering you security. That doesn't mean you're intelligent and you're caring. It means you're a fucking asshole who actually knows what the girl wants and what the women need, and you're not doing it because you're so preoccupied in just getting their sympathy and thinking their sympathy will win you brownie points and put you just because you got the sympathy because you're wise. No, you got to have a combination of them. So I want to ask you, the reason that you're like this is because you're constantly settled and satisfied with analyzing yourself as if it's a accomplishment, and then you become content, your dopamine is high, and then you don't feel that you need to do anything else or accomplish anything else because I just did. They know I'm wise because I can figure out the shit that I'm doing. Yeah, but what are you going to do so you won't be doing the shit that you're doing? That's where you got to focus and implement it. So she isn't interested in him, but I'm nervous of the way, yeah, she seems, well, yeah, sure, not sure. Again, these are aimed to help you, Ash. It's not, I don't run by trying to demolish anyone. But when they're strong and wise and smart like you, I fucking destroy them so they can see the shit they're creating of the beautiful gold nugget that they are. Now go fuck yourself. I hope that helps you out. You're too intelligent for being such an idiot. All right. Now we go to subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.